Okay, so there's a reconciliation going on over here. So there might have been some kind of breakdown of communication in your workplace, and you're trying to make up for it, or maybe there's an apology coming into you as well. There's been some sort of scandal that went down. Things are starting to be revealed. You can see this blind coming up from this window. So things being hidden, but now things starting to be revealed. And maybe this has been the thing that has caused the breakup of that particular relationship. There is surprise news coming in for you, something that you really didn't expect. And maybe this is the thing that's going to allow that reconciliation to happen. Now, in the past, you've got the Strength card, so you needing to, portray yourself as somebody who is very, very confident and, do things that were larger than life, really. It seems like because of this particular incident that seems to have happened, there's forgiveness that needed to be asked. So maybe you made an apology to somebody that you're working with that you didn't really get along with, or maybe they've made an apology to you, and that's caused this reconciliation to happen. Now, going into the future, you've got the growth card, so you're well on your way, your career path, and you are setting down your roots. You are establishing good foundations, and there will be a lot of growth as well. You can see these really big trees over here, and this person walking on their path. There doesn't seem to be any obstacles in your path, so it looks like your road is open and it is quite clear for you to proceed. And it looks like you're proceeding towards wealth. So whatever you're working towards will generate finances, but it's going to be a little bit of a slog there, really, a bit of a trek to get to that wealth, but it will eventually come to you. So those are the energies for those 2 weeks. Okay, so today I'm going to be using the Zombie Tarot for the main read. I have shuffled this deck. Excuse me. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the World card, and it looks like maybe there has been quite a problem that happened at your workplace, and maybe this is why you've ended that situation, or you're deciding to end the job there and move on. You've got this world on fire over here. So it seems there's been some kind of drama that happened, and it seems like maybe there was a break up of that relationship. There's been some sort of big event that has happened, some sort of big drama. There's a lot of fire on this earth over here. So something big has happened. And the World card is usually about endings. It's a card ruled by Saturn, and Saturn rules work and career. And it looks like you've learned a lot of lessons from whatever's happened, but it seems like that particular cycle now has come to an end and you have decided to move on. You've got the Nine of Swords over here, and you've got the Ten of Wands over here. So the Nine of Swords is about, expecting the worst, fearing the worst. This man's getting an injection here, and he's fearing that it's going to be very painful. So fearing the worst and being very, very anxious about what is to come here. Maybe all the facts not being revealed to here. You have been doing a lot of work. You've got the Ten of Wands over here, so you've been really working pretty hard at this job, working yourself to the bone, really, and it looks like that cycle has now come to an end. Maybe this has ended in a drama there, or has ended in some sort of fight that went down, some sort of argument, some sort of conflict that went down, and this is why you're ending working over there, or that particular cycle coming to an end. You've been very stressed out as well, so whatever drama has been going on at work has stressed you out quite a bit. But this cycle is now coming to an end. You've been overburdened. There's been a lot of responsibilities, and you've been carrying a big load as well, and now that particular cycle coming to an end. It looks like you're deciding to move on. You've reached the natural end of that particular cycle. So in the past, you've got the Queen of Wands. So you've been doing quite a lot of work with this Queen of Wands, very, very hands-on, very much in charge, taking control of things and sorting out problems over there, and working by yourself, really, with that Queen of Wands. You've got the Hierophant over here, so this is about getting good advice. So maybe you've been doing some research as well into looking for new jobs. Maybe you've been looking at your money as well and doing some kind of financial review of what was going on. It seems like, there's somebody that you've asked for some kind of financial advice for, or some kind of advice, because this is the card that's ruled by Taurus, and Taurus rules personal finances. It seems like, you were very, very committed to this particular job, and it seems like it hasn't paid off that particular commitment, and you're changing your views about the way what role you wanted to play in this particular company or this particular job. So you've got the Six of Wands over here. So you had a lot of problems, and you were hoping to be victorious in this particular whatever problems you were facing. This is the Six of Wands. It's a card of victory, and this is what's been on your mind. You were trying to overcome all these issues, and it seems like it may not have happened because it seems like the more you did, the more responsibilities you have been given. So going into the future, you've got the Nine of Cups. So things are about to change for you. Whatever you're going to move on to is going to be much, much better. You can see this woman's in a very defensive position. She's got a lot of guns with her. And that's almost in keeping with this Ten of Wands because, working so hard, and there's been a lot of problems that's put you on the defense, and it's made you feel very lonely, very isolated, very unsupported as well. It's like you've had to defend yourself against everybody else. But, there is light at the end of the tunnel over there. You can see there's this lovely scene through this window over here. So you are making plans for the future, and you want something to improve. And it looks like with the Nine of Cups, it is the wish fulfillment, or it's a card of satisfaction rather. So whatever you get out of now, whatever problems you walk away from now, because the Nine of Cups is preceded by the Eight of Cups, and that's leaving that situation that's very, very established and moving on to something better. And this is the Nine of Cups that comes out, where you move into something better that you enjoy. So whatever job you're going to be doing next is going to be something you really, really enjoy, and it's going to be much more relaxing as well. So you are ending the situation over there. This is the Death card. This is what's going on with you. It looks like you've had enough. You're cutting your ties, and you are going to be moving on. You're cutting your losses, and you're going forth. So you've got the Two of Swords. There's some kind of decision you have to be making. There could be some kind of official news that you're going to be dealing with. This could also be, dealing with the ending of contracts, or even signing new contracts. You're very confused about things here, not knowing what to do. It looks like you're torn between two options here, not really knowing what to do. And this person's got that blindfold on, so not all the facts have been revealed to you. You're still in the dark about a lot of things. So you need to do your research with that Two of Swords to find out exactly what you need to discover. You'll have to go and do some research and then make your decision. So an unemotional decision needs to be made with that Two of Swords. The Temperance card is you're trying to heal from whatever that situation was. You're trying to get your balance back. You're also trying to get some advice from people around you to deal with whatever you have been going on, or to try and find out what you should do next. So you are asking people for some kind of advice, or somebody around you anyway. So going into the future and the final outcome, you've got the Emperor card, the Page of Hazards, and the Eight of Wands. So the Emperor card showing that you're closing that door, you're tightly blocking that door off, and you're going to be moving on. You're taking control of that situation. Whatever you get now will be very much a leadership role that you get, and it's going to be something that brings you a lot of happiness, a lot of reward as well. So you are ending that situation, and you're moving on. You're very defensive as well. You've been through a lot, so you've learned a lot of lessons. So you're standing up for yourself now. This is a position of authority, and it's also a position of being very logical, managing resources, managing people, being in charge. You might even be thinking of starting your own business, really. You've got the Page of Hazards over here, so this is some news coming in about your works. The Page of Hazards is the Page of Pentacles, and this is expecting news and waiting for that. You can see this little boy's chained to the post box waiting for that news to come. So you are very anxious about whatever news. Maybe you put in some application forms and you're waiting for some results for that, and it will come in for you. And it's going to be good news, because the Page of Hazards usually does bring in some good news. The Page of Pentacles brings in good news about work. So that is coming in for you there. And you've got the Eight of Wands, so as soon as that news comes in, things will start moving in for you. You can see a lot of communication going on over here. You might be collaborating with a lot of people, and you will be moving on pretty rapidly as well. So some good news coming in for you. You are waiting for it, and it is about this particular new job that you want to get, and it looks like it's going to be in a position of leadership as well. So the outcome is going to be quite, will make you pretty happy, because you've got that Nine of Cups, that wish fulfillment coming in over here. So although you've left quite a difficult situation, you've put an end to it with that Death card. It looks like the final outcome is going to be pretty positive. And there might be a lot of travel as well. You might even have to travel to do this particular job. So it looks like it's going to be something that you enjoy as well. So I'm just going to draw some cards from the Fairy Tarot. Okay, so the first card is release, and it says let go of the past, and ending that makes way for new opportunities. Time to move on. So this is also the Death card over here, and this is appearing twice. So it looks like you are putting that particular cycle of your life to rest. You are closing the doors on that, and you are going to be moving on. And then you've got the Four of Spring. So be grateful. You have much to celebrate. Deep feelings of love and peace and happiness. Contented personal life. So whatever job you get, it's going to be very established. It's going to be very stable rather. You're going to be able to put down roots, and it's going to generate a lot of finances. With the Four of Spring, it's the Four of Rods, and there's a lot of collaboration, meeting people. There could be some travel as well involved in this particular job. And the final card is the Two of Winter, so there's that indecision, and you've got it appearing here twice with the Two of Swords, and the Two of Winter is the same card. So indecision is holding you back. Make the choice that is best for you rather than trying to please others. Feeling trapped between intellectual and emotional. So you have to make that decision to move on. It seems like, this particular situation, you've got the World, which is major arcana. It seems like it has come to an end, that particular cycle. It's no point deliberating about whether or not you should move. It seems like you need to move in order for you to get your personal happiness. Right now, where you're at, you're very, very defensive. There's a lot of people. You can see there's a lot of gun and ammunition over here. So a lot of people are giving you a very, very hard time over here. They're shooting bullets, really, and you're having to defend yourself all the time. And you're standing there by yourself, defending yourself. Nobody's supporting you. So in order for you to move away and move into that, through that window, really, into that Nine of Cups place where you're happier, you will have to make that decision. And it seems like you need to make that decision and make that choice that is best for you rather than anybody else. So you have to let go of those burdens. That cycle has now come to an end with that Ten of Wands. It's time to let go of all those responsibilities and move on to something that gives you a lot more freedom and, frees up your time and a lot less stress as well. So I hope this reading has resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave me some comments if it has. Thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.